All right, let me give you all an update on my testosterone therapy. It's a question I get asked quite a bit. I've been trying to keep everybody up to date. I started testosterone late last year, I think the last quarter of last year, and everything was going real well. I was really happy with it. I don't know that I could say that I necessarily felt anything immediate, but nothing about it is immediate. They say it takes 6 to 8 weeks for it to start to get into the system and start to go to work. The biggest benefit, I suppose, would be belly fat for me, and also maybe overall energy. I'm pretty energetic anyway, but I'm going to change that slightly, my view on that slightly, based on what I'm about to tell you. I got a call. You go in every 3 months, get your blood drawn, and depending on where you are there on your markers are what they do for you then going forward for the next 3 months. Well, in this case, I had my red blood cells. My blood was too thick. That isn't to say that your blood's too thin on blood thinners and too thick. It is because they are too many red blood cells. And that's a combination of things. You can be a smoker, not be hydrated enough, or it can also be the testosterone therapy. I certainly drink more than enough, as y'all know. And I have never smoked a cigarette a day in my life, so it's certainly none of those things. I don't do any kind of drugs. And so they had me go and give a pint of blood. So I donated a pint of blood, kind of thin the blood out. Then you come back in and you pull your numbers again. Now, when I started, I was in the double digits for testosterone. I mean, it was low, like 90 and then 120, and I think 180 is the highest I scored. It was really low, and when I started 2.5 years ago, carnivore, getting in shape, and I on my own got it up over 200. I may have even touched the low 300s at one point, and then I went on the therapy. So everything I did over the last 2 years, I should point out, completely nothing but food and exercise. And then last quarter of last year, I started on testosterone therapy, 1 shot a week, every Friday, goes right into my thigh. And I didn't realize how happy I was with it until I had to come off of it until we could get the blood donated and then get the testing. And now I'm waiting for the testing to come back to see if then I qualify to get back on it. But I've been off it about 15 days. And I was complaining a couple of days ago to my wife that I was awfully tired, more tired than what I was used to. Am I the same tired that I was prior to going on the testosterone? I don't know, but the timing could be coincidence. But if I'm being honest with y'all, I would say that probably coming off of that therapy caused me to have to readjust how my body's working and to think about it differently, maybe fight just a little bit harder. This was 4 or 5 days ago. I started feeling like that. I feel better today, and so it may be equalizing itself out, and my body is making up for it in different ways. But for sure, I felt a difference. Nothing that I could tell you I could point to directly. I will tell you though, when I go back on it, once we get my blood figured out, and how I feel and what that looks like. My test score was about, I think it was 1,050, which is a great number. And at the lowest then, going off of it, I was back to about 400. So we're going to play with it. We're going to see what happens. I'll keep you all updated. Opportunities are everywhere. You got to go get them. Go for a walk. You know what to do. It's to go.